I'm Cassandra Belinsky for Investment Pitch Media. Thank you for joining us today. Today's feature company is Xcelerate, a holding company that is unique in that it was designed from inception to span the divide between initial non-medical engineering advancements and apply them to the medical, health, and wellness sectors. This video is produced and distributed on behalf of Xcelerate. Mike O'Shea, founder and CEO, has joined us today to discuss the company and its future plans. Welcome, Mike.
Thank you, Cassandra. Appreciate the opportunity to talk about the company. Xcelerate Inc. is currently trading on the OTCQB market as XCRT, and it is basically a holding company that holds interest in varied medical and healthcare related businesses, including an AI-aided telemedicine program, which we've just received 2 contracts to initiate in Tanzania, in Africa. We also have a controlling interest in a company called ESN Group, which is skincare products and is currently revenue producing. Products are available now in places such as Whole Foods and Sprouts, on Amazon, and we just recently landed a contract with AfyaSasa, which is the Army Air Force exchange services for PXs around the world, and also on their website. But our core value is in the people associated with the business. Dr. Dilan Alagawa is a world-famous neurosurgeon, been books written about him, and he's spearheading our initiative in Africa. Dr. Barry Marshall is a Nobel Prize winner in medicine. Dr. Anja Glisevic is a German physicist who's been working on development of some of our medical device patents. Dr. Kate DeVarnay, who is the president of Titan Pharmaceutical and is joining our board shortly to help in product development. And as I mentioned, right now we own controlling interest in ESN Group, which is an all-natural skincare company. The revenues this year are probably, last year about 3.9 million. This year we're expecting about 6.5 million in revenue. Our key project is going to take a year or 2 to develop is AfyaSasa in Africa, which is an artificial intelligence aided telemedicine, which will basically allow anyone with a digital device in Tanzania initially to make contact with a physician, a hospital, a pharmacy, do basic triage and telemetry, and allow that hospital to begin treatment of those patients. So it's bringing medical care or access to medical care to a lot of areas where people had very limited ability to do that prior. We have 2 contracts with 2 national hospitals in Tanzania, which we're planning on initiating. And to that end, we are currently under agreement with Craft Capital Markets to do an IPO and an uplist. We expect to have our S1 filed probably within the next 30 days, if not less. And their initial capital raise will allow us to execute on the contracts in Tanzania and further expand on some of our patents. We currently have a total of about 7 patents. 5 of them are patented in about 30 countries around the world, basically having to do, again, with skincare, wound care, and we have 2 patents on improvements for a surgical drill, which was developed by Dilan and Anja, and the company's plan there is to license that to manufacturers of medical devices. So our global theory is that each of our controlled entities operates on their own payrolls, their own budgets, And our corporate headquarters is basically just to handle regulatory, fundraising, press, and to kind of coordinate sort of the thinking pool between all the various docs and engineers that are involved with the company. And to that end, we've already set up some development plans that have been identified to help us expand going forward. And as I mentioned, we are looking to do an uplist quite shortly. We've been audited for the last 4 years and trading on the QB market. The plan at this point is to go to NASDAQ. And initially, our revenues are coming from our ESN products. Those should be eclipsed in the next 2 years by the expansion in Africa. And they anticipate a pretty drastic upturn once the initial investment is made to fulfill these first 2 contracts and then move on to other countries within Africa. And to that end, we're trying to just make investors aware of what we have. The company has no debt. It has no overhead. There are no salaries, save for the staff salaries in the individual owned entities at this point in time. And our intent is that our corporate staff will never probably exceed 3 or 4 people because it's purely a management and reporting function. So we feel that once we finally get these contracts funded, which, by the way, Kraft, their initial firm underwriting agreement is for enough to completely carry out the business plans for the projects that we just discussed. So we don't anticipate any further dilution or any need for further capital raises unless we come across an acquisition that specifically requires a raise in the future. So we see a very sort of starting out with a moderate revenue increase, but by 2025, we expect that we will see a massive increase, mainly because of our Africa project. That is strictly a pay-per-click. So once we get everything in place, we receive funding from the government. We participate in various programs with other providers and see really a drastic increase in revenues going forward.
Thank you, Mike. That was a great overview. Let's take a closer look at a couple of the company's acquisitions. In early 2022, it acquired a controlling interest in AfyaSasa Africa, a startup medical technology and virtual health company. The ASA system is accessed by patients on their cell phones, tablets, or computers, allowing licensed physicians and other medical personnel to conduct initial check-in, triage, and to virtually determine the appropriate care path. This technology is centered around patented and patent-pending software that uses and incorporated artificial intelligence and augmented reality, licensed from AdviNow. The 2 companies have executed exclusive rights agreements for 10 initial priority markets across Africa, including Tanzania, Kenya, Ethiopia, Uganda, Malawi, Zambia, Ghana, Zimbabwe, Botswana, South Africa, and Egypt, representing a total catchment of 1 billion people. In July 2023, the company acquired a 51% interest in the ESN Group and California Skin Research, which included a range of innovative skincare products, primarily the Ceremetics and Earth Science Naturals product lines. Ceremetics is a line of plant-based, cruelty-free skincare products designed to cater to customers with diagnosed skin conditions such as atopic dermatitis, eczema, and psoriasis. Earth Science Naturals products, which emphasize natural ingredients and ethical production, include facial cleansers, moisturizers, and anti-aging solutions. In April, ESN Group went live with the first of its Cerametics product offerings on the Army and Air Force Exchange Service online store, which offers tax-free discounted online shopping to more than 20 million active and retired U.S. Army and Air Force members and their families. According to Econ Market Research, the global skincare market was valued at $154.4 billion U.S. in 2023 and is estimated to reach approximately $262.5 billion U.S. by 2032, a compound annual growth rate of 6%. Harbinger Research has initiated coverage on Xcelerate with a strong buy recommendation and a 12-month price target of 8.1 cents, a potential return of 189% over the 2.8 cent price on June 4th, the date the report was issued. Brian Connell, CFA Senior Research Analyst, stated, Xcelerate employs a strategic approach to acquisitions, typically targeting a majority stake of 51% in the companies it acquires. These companies typically possess innovative technologies or products applicable to the healthcare sector. This strategy enables the company to capitalize on the acquired business's existing market presence and operational capabilities, while also leveraging its technologies and innovations to enhance product offerings across all its operations and subsidiaries. We believe that all risk-tolerant investors should give serious consideration to becoming shareholders of the company. The shares are currently trading at 2.3 cents on the OTCQB. For more information on the company's other business units, please visit the company's website, xcelerate.global. Contact Michael O'Shea, founder and CEO, at 864-228-2222 or by email at mike@xcelerate.global. I'm Cassandra Belinsky for Investment Pitch Media.